Hi, my name is Robert Grant Riley, and I'm here to talk about my research paper. I wrote about the business of water conservation, more specifically, finding opportunities to save both money and water um, and the environment in business. So, I was really excited to start out with this because I was not only able to incorporate new things that I had learned in this class, but I was also able to talk about something I'm very passionate about, which is business. And in business, something really big, something really vital for any one specific entity is to find their niche. And the companies that I talk about have either found their niche in water conservation or outreach, and or have expanded their niche to include that. And the first one I start out with is Tom's. Tom's is a clothing company, primarily shoes. If you buy a shoe, they donate a pair. Wherever it is, they donate a pair, primarily in Africa somewhere. But they also take those profits that they make and they dig wells and they provide water for rural areas and they help maintain clean water. Something I also touched on was the um, Coca-Cola plant in India. Coke was a company that is huge worldwide, and they had a plant in India that did not recycle the water the same way it would be forced to in anywhere in America. And the regulations weren't there, so they didn't have the equipment because they wanted to cut corners. And they got shut down because local farmers and local citizens were just not happy with the way that the dirty water was affecting their plants and affecting their well-being. So not only did Coke lose um, the plant, but they lost the opportunity to reincorporate themselves back into the community because of the bad taste that they had left in their mouth. They did not want them back. So Coke learned from this opportunity, and through Pepsi and through some of their technology, the rivals cooperated together, and Coke assimilated this technology in every one of their plants and most of their programs for bottling and all this. And it's a brilliant way to save both money and water. Um, I'm not exactly sure how the technology works. I read a lot about it, and I I talked about it, and I put a quote in the research paper, but I don't fully comprehend exactly how it works. But you can read about it in the research paper. I also touched on how big companies in the hotelier industry are turning green in terms of landscaping and water usage in the facility itself, much like the hotel's Marriott. So they have all sorts of incentives for um, their employees to use less water in the kitchen, in the bathrooms, and everything. They also have a lot of professionals come by and help them landscape in a way that they don't use that much water. I used a lot of rhetorical components in this essay, primarily professional opinion, um, and I used a good bit of ethos, trying to bring the reader in an emotional aspect, and really just understand it from a worldwide perspective.